was just one wrong turn that cost a man his life, and his wife came close to dying as well. Jim Murray with the unbelievable story of a couple lost in the desert for 2 weeks.
This is where you were for 2 weeks?
Yes.
It's a remarkable story of survival and heartbreak for this California couple. Diana Bedwell and her husband Paul were lost in the desert for 2 weeks, stranded in their car.
I loved him, and he loved me so much.
The fateful trip started with a stop at their favorite casino north of San Diego, the same casino where they hit the jackpot on Mother's Day 2014.
My husband thought maybe history would repeat itself.
But their luck was about to run out. When they left the casino, they headed straight for their son's house near Palm Springs. That's when Paul took what he thought was a shortcut through the high desert. Here's where they were going, but look where they ended up, miles off course. As they were driving, the paved road suddenly turned into a dirt road. Diana had begged her husband to turn back.
I even told him, I said, we could get stuck out here, honey. I said, please. I told him that we could even die. That's what happened.
Look where their car ended up, wedged in a rocky and dry creek bed after her husband tried to turn back. They tried calling for help, but there was no cell signal.
They said, I'm sorry. I said, I know, sweetheart. I didn't want him to feel any worse than he already did.
Their son Robert called police when they didn't show up for dinner, and a massive search was launched.
I knew immediately something was wrong. It's just completely out of character.
Surveillance photos show the couple outside the casino, but clues went cold from there.
They had driven into such a rugged and remote area that the rescuers didn't even think of searching so far off-road for the couple. And they didn't have the strength or the stamina to even attempt to walk and look for help.
All they had to eat was a banana cream pie and a bag of oranges they were bringing to their son's house. They also had half a cup of water they collected in containers when it briefly rained.
It was looking very dim.
By the end of the first week, Paul, a diabetic, knew he was in trouble.
He said, Diana, I'm going to die. And I didn't want to believe it.
On the 7th day, her husband of nearly 28 years died beside her.
Diana, you were out there a whole another week.
Yes.
How did you find the strength?
Just my faith.
With no food or water, Diana began reading a book about heaven, wondering how she could survive much longer. She also took the drastic step of drinking her own urine. Incredibly, on day 14, her car was spotted by ATV riders. Police were alerted.
What was your reaction when you found her alive?
I was surprised, extremely surprised with my background.
Diana was airlifted to a hospital, suffering from severe dehydration. Diana's son, a Marine, still can't believe where his parents ended up.
What did you say as her son when you saw her?
I told her I could not believe how strong she was and that the things that she did to survive, they teach us in mountain combat training.
Diana is now seeing the car for the first time. The memories come rushing back.
It's a little emotional.
She finds the box for the pie and other items she and her husband used for survival.
Oh, this is the jack that he tried to jack up the car with.
As Diana grieves, she says she's also thankful for her second chance at life after being lost in the desert.
It's a tragedy and a miracle. I'm a miracle.
We'll be back with more.